Hello? Good morning. Good morning and welcome to AIT. I have one more thing to give you. I have my card. Okay, so please grab a business card. Thank you for that. So a very warm welcome to all of you and happy 2017. Yeah? It's a new beginning. Everybody good? Fresh? Happy? I came in late. First of all, my name is Shawn Kelly. You can call me Shawn. I don't have a nickname. As you may suspect from my name, there's a bit of Irish in me, but I actually come from Canada originally. I've been at AIT for a few years. I just looked at the calendar now, and I'm approaching my first decade at this institute come next year. So at this time next year, I'll have been at AIT for 10 years. I'm from Toronto, Canada. My background is in public communication, corporate communication, journalism, teaching, and now strategic partnership development for AIT. The team asked me to give you a brief overview of AIT today, which I will do. But at the same time, you know, it's your first session officially. And it's your first time at AIT, right? Yeah? Everyone? Okay, so you're brand new. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I have about 1 hour with you. 1 hour of presentation can be very dry, very dry. So I'm going to break it up a little bit, and I'm going to have a little interactivity with you, if you don't mind. I want to show you something. Sir, can you help me with that? So I'm going to bribe you to pay attention. Hey, stuff matters, right? Okay, so it's your first time here. Why not leave my session with a little bit of branding of AIT? So I have this wonderful T-shirt and a ball cap or a baseball cap to tempt your intellect and your memory regarding what I present about this institute. Okay? It's an extra large, but you know you can wear it at home. And if you're a big guy, there's one big guy there, so it'll fit you, I think. Yeah. For the ladies, maybe you know just flop around in it. But there's only extra large, and this is one size fits all. Right? So this is tempting you all to pay attention. I have 1 hour with you, and I'm going to break it up into 25 minutes, hopefully, and then we'll do a 5-minute quiz, for which I will be awarding this. Okay? So basically, I've got the first half of my presentation. I have 5 sets of these. So basically 5 questions. So if you pay attention, you can come away with a, you know, you can wardrobe your family when you go home. Okay, so with that, it's not like you have to take massive notes or anything, but I listened to your introductions, and obviously you are very, very accomplished and accomplished group. So I don't think my slides will be very challenging. It's just about recall. Okay, so with that little introduction, I'm going to start to immerse you into AIT. Actually, I'm not crazy about this setup. I might do this. Is this okay? Okay. Let's go back into the past a little bit about this institute. Now, you come from 6 countries, yeah? Right? Okay, so AIT, as the name suggests and the logo reflects, we're very much a global focused institute, but we're imprinted on our region, Asia. It's not working. Hello? Ah, okay, this is the gate. And this is the recently deceased His Majesty the King of Thailand, who has a long affiliation with this institute. Okay, the Asian Institute of Technology actually goes back about 57, 8 years. The original idea started, are there any Thais in the room? Anybody from Thailand? Ah, so you would know this person very well. You should. Who is that? He's an iconic diplomat. There's streets and districts in Bangkok named after him. Hot Sarasi. Sarasi. Yeah. So he came up with the original idea to develop a regionally focused institute that would educate people to the graduate level, which didn't exist before in Southeast Asia. So the idea started, he was the Secretary General of the Southeast Asian Treaty Organization, which no longer exists. There were 8 founding countries of AIT at that time. You can see what they were. Originally, it was a security apparatus, something similar to NATO today. CETO was the equivalent in this part of the world to NATO. Now, subsequently, it went defunct. It's no longer around. But this is where the idea for AIT started. So in 1959, the institute actually was founded, not as AIT, but as the CETO Graduate School of Engineering and Technology. It was distinguished by one key claim to fame. It was the first graduate school in Southeast Asia to offer graduate programs in engineering thought to be the equivalent of the Western universities. So the idea was to keep the brains here, rather than go off to the US or Europe or Australia or wherever, and then never to be seen again. So that was the original raison d'etre. This gentleman is now our chairman of the board. I like saying that because I like the connection. He was a part of the first graduating class in 1961. This gentleman, his name is Dr. Subin, Dr. Subin, and he's now our chairman of the board. Incredible career. So where am I? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm finding it hard to see. I like looking up here rather than here. Okay, if we fast forward a little bit, I wanted to say for the Thai people here, okay, originally AIT was housed at Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok. Okay? And that's where it was. This is Chulalongkorn, if you're familiar with that large, famous university downtown. This was us at the very beginning. And in 1968, you can see we awarded our first degrees as AIT. And you can see His Majesty the King of Thailand bestowing the first degrees as AIT in 1968. Okay, this campus where you are, it was opened in 1973. And again, you can see the King of Thailand gracing that event. Okay, so our mission has never changed. From the very get-go, as I mentioned, the idea was to educate top-notch people, professionals, who would stay in the region and rather than flee, and contribute to its overall sustainable development and integration into this global economy that we see today. So we've had some successes. I know you come from very illustrious universities, but I'll just tell you a few of the signposts of success from AIT over the years. This institute in the 1960s and 70s educated a gigantic group of engineers from Taiwan. And they're matter of fact in claiming that when they went back to Taiwan, they created the modern infrastructure that we see today in Taiwan. The highways, the fast high-speed railways, and the subways and whatnot. In the 1980s, we had very successful bioengineers and geneticists, and they contributed to, developing sort of land rock technology for increasing food stocks and through fisheries. And as I mentioned, to date we have 22,500 postgraduate alumni, 90% of whom live and work in the Asian region. In 1988, this place was the site of the first email sent in Thailand. And funny enough, the lady who developed that, she sent the first email. 3 years ago, she was inducted into the global Internet Hall of Fame in Europe, along with the likes of Tim Berners-Lee and Al Gore, that kind of thing. And at that time, AIT hosted the first top-level domain name in Thailand. So it all started here, the Internet. In Thailand only, right? Okay, so as I mentioned, as you can see by our logo, we very much think of this institute as a global institute. This is just a snapshot of that fact. Last year, it's a new year now, so I guess we have to have more or better partnerships, but I'm not sure. But last year, these are the examples of some of our partnerships developed with countries around the world. It looks like China was on top. That's interesting. I just saw this for the first time this morning. I came back from Canada last Friday, so I've got a bit of Canada in my throat, sorry. And you can see the cross-section of partnerships that AIT develops around the world. Okay, one thing I'd like to imprint on you in this session is that AIT really isn't a traditional comprehensive national university. In the same way, the universities that you come from. AIT is autonomous, independent. We're not under the auspices or aegis of the Thai higher education system, which gives us a lot of laxity, a lot of flexibility in terms of partnerships or curriculum development. And we think of our value proposition in the marketplace of higher education as being the working service of humankind. We're politically neutral in this part of the world, so we can work with a multiplicity of partners, from government organizations to NGOs to the private sector, to work on the issues of our time. So along the way, we've had a few accolades. In 1989, I heard there's some Filipinos in our group, right? So you must know who this is. Where are the Filipinos? Yeah? Oh, so you're well aware of who this individual is, right? Every year there's an award, and in 1989 we were a recipient of this award for international understanding. There are Vietnamese in our group? Ah, okay. About a decade ago, we received a friendship order from your government for partnership development and capacity building for your country. Somebody said global citizen. Who was that earlier? Ah, you're in the right place. This is an example of developing leaders. We do this every day. The global citizen term, it's a little bit controversial. Some people don't like it, right? But the key that we try to imprint on our students is that they should be globally focused, globally aware, and globally engaged out there, beyond your specific country or locality. So this is just an example of what we aspire to do with our students. You can see that every year we participate in a debate competition at the Food and Agriculture Organization in Bangkok. And for 3 years in a row, okay, we've won it, that's great. But more than that, I like the international composition that you see. So quite often when we talk to people in Thailand, they think we're Thai university only. But we're really, really not. We're international to the core and in our DNA. It's in our DNA. This is one recent example that I thought I would throw at you. I like this one. This lady, she graduated a few years ago. She's from Myanmar. This lady here, you can see her with, well, I don't know if is she the first lady of the United, I don't know. Anyone know? Still, right? Michelle, yeah, that's Michelle Obama. President Barack Obama's wife. I guess this will all change on Friday. So big development over there in the United States. But that's a nice example. She was recognized by the United States government as one of the International Women of Courage in 2015. So we're very proud of that. She's a new global leader, a global citizen, one of the new batch. I don't want to say old batch, but let's just say more seasoned batch. This is breaking news, in fact. This gentleman, Dr. Tisa Ilanga Sekare, he's an AIT alumnus, and only last week he was nominated by President Obama to this very high-level position in the United States. So these are just some snapshots of the kind of people or pedigree that we think we'd like to try to produce at AIT. This is a shot from a year and a half ago at a dinner in Taipei. This is one of our alumnus. This is the former Prime Minister or Premier of Taiwan, Dr. Mao. And for the ties in room, one, you may be familiar with this gentleman. Until very recently, about a year ago, he was the governor of the Bank of Thailand. Again, just an example of this idea of global leadership and global citizenry that we aim for here. Not only the ties, but I think a lot of you would know who this person is. Does anyone know? Oh, I guess it's there. This is Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sirithorn, and she's one of ours too. She completed a diploma course in remote sensing in 1984, and subsequently has been awarded or recognized in our Hall of Fame. She's very near and dear to the hearts of our institute, and she's been a great plus for our institute all along. So some key facts today. This is the level of our student body right now. Keep in mind that we're a postgraduate institute only. We do have an undergraduate program. It was experimental. It's being phased out. So this is the level of postgrads on campus. I like this number. Everybody here likes this number. And it's increasing decade by decade. This is our postgraduate diaspora. Reaches more than 100 countries. We also have 30,000 plus short-term trainee graduates from 70 countries around the world who complete certificate programs or diploma programs, professional development programs, and capacity building programs all around the world. Currently, we're very small. We're not that big. We have about 80 internationally recruited full-time faculty, 101 adjunct faculty. Our turnover for sponsored research last year was about 46 to 50 million US dollars. We published 450 papers. And currently, this is my turf, we have accounted on our database, we have 262 active partnerships with universities, institutions around the world, and we are running 37 postgraduate academic programs. You can see more information in the little pack I gave you, more detail there. But along the way during the week, you're going to be exposed to the deans and the faculty, so I don't have to get into much detail. Here, I'm just going to give you the raw surface information. As I mentioned, we're a postgraduate institute. These are the degrees we offer. The master's degrees. We do have dual degree programs with particular universities. We have developed something called the Unified Master's Degree Program with some partner universities in Asia, which is a kind of fast-track approach to earning a bachelor degree and a master's degree in 5 years rather than 6. So you do 1.5 at the AIT and 3.5 at your undergraduate university. You're all undergrads, right? Yeah. Okay. We offer executive master's programs to people in Bangkok generally and in Vietnam, and professional master's degree programs and doctoral degrees, as you can see, and the like. Okay, a little bit about rankings and ratings. It's all the rage. Everybody wants to know where the university is ranked or rated. It's a global phenomenon. This started 10 years ago. I'm sure your universities are very highly ranked. This institute, we won't call it a university, we call it an institute, has never qualified for any of these rating agencies until very recently, because we were considered a heretic or something, because we're only postgraduate focused. So we've applied and repeatedly been denied access to these rating agencies, QS, or Times Higher Education, or the Shanghai ranking. But there are some new developments. And I'll shed a little light on 3 aspects of our rankings and ratings here at AIT. One in relation to internationality and international orientation. Programs or subjects at the international level. And domestic rating for our research impact here in Thailand. Okay, so one by one. Right. So I mentioned earlier that we're not considered a Thai university. However, through the hard work of our current president, who you met earlier, Thai officialdom finally accepted our data. And we submitted our data for this ranking, which came out about 8 or 9 months ago.